G'day everyone. We're going to do the unboxing of this new Asus ROG Zephyrus M16. This is the 2022 model. All right, without further ado, let's do the unboxing now. This is my very first time meeting this computer, and it's the first impression as well too. I think this one's already been cut from the previous person, but that's all right. I am going to look at what's going to happen. Whoa. All right, there we go. This just sticks out straight up. Nice. That is got a little bit of weight, but it's not like insane amount of weight considering how powerful this computer is. But as always, I'm going to put this to the side. Have a look what else there's in here. Nice. This actually pops up, does it? Does it come through? It just comes up. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure this is just documentation here. I'll just have a quick look at it anyway. Just documentation. Yeah, it's just a bit of documentations. That's pretty much it. Underneath here, what do we got here? Oh, have a look at this. This is just the thing that pops it up. So as you close this, that comes up. Nice. That's pretty cool. That's done by cardboard. Nice design of doing that. And as always, let's go try and find the power supply for this thing. All right, we've got power supply on this right-hand side. Now, what is this one here? Now, we've got a 240-watt power adapter. It's not that big for a 240-watt power adapter. I've had big ones before. This one's not that insanely big. That's quite decent. And of course, it's got a special AC power port for itself that it needs to use. Of course, and looking on the left side, we've got the power cable here. I'll use that later. I've got plenty of these guys, so I'll just leave this one here because I've got plenty of those running around. Anyway, I think that's all there is to it. Yeah, that's all we really got to that. I'll just go close this box. Actually, I should put this in. I'll pop that in a little bit later on. Actually, I'll just put this over here so I don't make any too big, massive noise. I'll just, hey, look at that. There we go. That will look. All right, let's have a look at this. Wow. Well, it's pretty much plastic at the front, plastic on the back. Now, it's actually rubberized on the side. That's something different. I didn't expect that. So it's got a bit of cushioning on the side, and it's only for the side cushions. The back and the top is still plastic, but the side is, yeah, rubberized. Very nice. It's got a nice feel to it. Well, that's why we're at it. We might as well have a look at the ports. Well, we've got some exhaust vents here, so some serious and AC power port, HDMI full size. It's good to see the Ethernet port still here, and then we've got the USB 3.2 Gen 1 port. That's Type A, 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, the headphone jack as well. Nothing at the front here, and then looking at the right-hand side, we've got another Type A port, USB 3.2, more than likely Gen 2 actually, on that one there. And then we've got a micro SD card slot, which is great to see, so we can expand it later on. And also if you want to do content creations like GoPro, like I'm using right now, or drones, they like to use these as well too. And then we've got exhaust, we've got Kensington lock slot, all right, at the back. We've got more serious exhaust. Yeah, there we go. Can I see in this fan? I see there's one fan here. I'll see one fan on the left and right. I'll open it up later on. Have a look in my review video. I will put in a review video after this. It's just the first time meeting this computer here. All right, let's kind of pop this computer up. We might as well do the one finger test here. So while we're at it, so one finger, and there we go. It's actually quite smooth all the way through. All the way through, it's actually very smooth. Pretty much, I say, not 180 degrees. I say this is a little bit more than that, probably 190 to, yeah, 190 degrees on there. And if you want to have a look, it does it use the lid to pop it up? Yes, it does. It does use the lid to pop it up at the bottom. But it is very smooth. And I just want to while at it, how flimsy is this on the display? It's not that bad. It's actually quite good. I know when you get thinner, these can get quite flimsy. I had one that had really flimsy one. That was a Toshiba, no, Fujitsu one actually. All right, we've got a webcam on top. I don't know if it's a 780p, so 720p or 1080p. I'll have to look in the spec sheet. I know this is 11th gen Intel core. I've got an i9 here. It's got an RX. I'm pretty sure this one should be a 3070, maybe a 3070 Ti in this one here. But yeah, look, feeling the top part of it. again, it carries that rubber sort of feel to it from the side to the top end as well too. So it's got a bit of grip. Well, no, once I got a bit of grip, it's got that's decent. That's cool. Not bad. It feels that, yeah, feels that rubber. Actually, it's quite nice actually. And the size of the trackpad, that's not bad at all. It's a decent size, but it's not overly crazy where I think it's not going to annoy me. No, it's not going to annoy me when I'm typing as well too. That's good. That's pretty sweet. I'll just turn this on. Let's see if it's got battery or not. I'm not sure if it's got any battery. I don't know if it's got RGB colors. It does have RGB color lights. I can see that. We've got volume keys up here. That's nice. I've got the Zeus RGB. What else have we got? Anything special here? I know we've got some fan or Aurora. Now we've got lights. I want to have a look at what those lights do. Mute key. We've got the snippet tool and brightness tool. Presentation tool. You can disable the trackpad. Sleep, aeroplane mode. Awesome. Overall, not bad. Okay, it's feeling good. And the exhaust, the exhaust is actually pretty good design. I like the design of this hinge simply because of it's not going to be in the way no matter which way you put this around. This exhaust is not going to be annoyed by this display here. So yeah, it's sweet. I like the design of the hinge. All right, let's see. Is this a touchscreen? Nope, not touchscreen here. I think this one can probably do being a gaming laptop. Let's find Australia here. It probably can do 120
to set up your
hertz.
Device using a screen reader.
Right,
turn on narrator by press.
And that's pretty decent. I am excited to try out this 12th gen Intel Core i9. So this is probably the faster one. I've only had one 12th gen in my channel before, and that was an i5. This is the i9, so I like to see how blazing fast, and I think this has the cooling to cope with it as well. So I've got the computer quickly set up so I can have a look at the display and also have a quick listen to the speakers. Now, first off with the display, we have a 16:9 aspect ratio display, and we have quite vibrant colors. Now, Zeus has always had quite good displays. I've tested it in the past as well. And this one here can do 165 hertz, which is quite fast. Now, as for the bezel-wise, there isn't much bezel on the sides, and also from the top and bottom, there is actually not much bezel as well too. That's pretty nice. What I find also a nice little feel that you probably can't see, but I can feel it, and you'll probably hopefully be able to see a little bit of it. There is about 1 mil of rubber along the very edge of the display. Now, this is probably to keep it from the display from hitting the back end here, and also having quite nice key travel as well too for each keys as well too. Look at nicely spaced as well, and we've got very smooth texture on each key. Now, of course, we've pressed on these armored one here, which you can then have a look at the system settings, as well as the GPU, which I do have a 3070 Ti in here, and you can do some overclocking. You can also change the RGB colors here. So if I just go function Aurora, so I've got static lights, you can change breathing, which changes the keyboard RGB colors, the different color schemes. You can also change that in the, in the Aurora sync here. Here you got a whole bunch of different ones. You can do customized ones as well. Now, having a look at if there's any other colors that's coming from the back end. No, we don't have any colors at the back end for RGB, so it's pretty discreet in that way there. Now, while we're looking at this, we're going to have a look at the speakers. So I'm going to have a quick buzz at the speakers, and we're going to bring up the volume up to 100 or 50. I'll bring it to 100% as we play this audio track. Now see there's 2 speakers on top here, upward firing, and there are 2 speakers located on the bottom here at the front as well too, but downwards firing. So 4 speakers in total. Yeah, it's nice, around 360 degrees. Acoustic-wise. Got that nice, very good reverb around the mids and lows. Now, for it, I was testing it as well too. It has got quite a bit of volume out of these speakers here, which is quite a nice, good hear that the gaming laptop has some very nice sounding speakers that has good volume. So that's not an issue at all for here, which I will do much more accurate tests when I do the review video after I spend a bit of time with this. Now I also found that there is a bit of bass, but not like that really nice low deep bass that you would like to see here. But still that's pretty good. Now I'm just going to change this lighting because it's doing some sort of breathing thing, which is just flickering around, might annoy some people, but overall the speaker's not too bad. I'm actually decently surprised by it, and I actually don't mind it at all. Now I just want to have a quick look at the processor, because this is the first time I'm meeting the i9 in the 12th generation Intel Core, and this one's got the i9-12900H processor. I've got it connected to AC power, and you can probably hear from the fans, I've got it in turbo mode at the moment, so letting it do at its best. I've had this computer just running on 100% load for the processor, RAM and hard drive for getting close to probably about 9 so minutes very soon, and we've got a speed of the processor at around about 2.9 to about 3 gigahertz, and I have internal core temperature of 84.6 degrees Celsius as the average internal core temperature. And having a feel of the keyboard, we are definitely feeling some heat. I really wouldn't be touching here too much, as that's the exhaust. That's actually quite hot, but down here it's also quite hot as well, but I can still put my hand quite happily for quite a long extended period of time. Now if you're typing or you're actually playing games, you'll be only touching the top part of the keys, and that's not really an issue at all. This is more for the issue of just putting your hand there, which still can be quite comfortable, but I definitely won't be touching here for too long. That's really hot down there for it. Again, we'll look more into temperatures and fan noise in my review video, but overall, let's just have a quick look at the i9 in the 12th generation. Now, before we finish off the stream here, I just want to have a quick show you guys of the back end of this. Now, something I noticed is we've also got here is a bit of a ledge here, as well as another ledge around here, which is a rubber bit at the front and back. Now this is good. This is quite a bit of a height difference here, and that's to stop it from giving basically the bottom end here to sit flat on to the table surface, whatever it is, just so we can have some room to breathe for these two inlet fans here, so you can breathe in, so you're not going to cover it. So that's good to see. And also being rubber, that means this thing is, now I'm wobbling on my table because it's got that much grip onto this table here. We're using those two there, so that's good if you're really trying to move around for the keyboard, which this was not going to move around at all. So this has a very good stability with your contact with your table or whatever surface you're playing on. I think this has got very good stability for it anyway. Anyway, I hope you find this video informative or enjoyed it. I will be creating a review video once I spend a bit of time with it again. And if you hope this did, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button for me. It does help support my channel. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button on the screen. I do try to upload a new video every week. And if you want to support me further, I do have membership right next to this subscribe button by hitting that join button there. And as always, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. And I'll see you next video.